What's going on? It's Sheiv, the Wise. Happy almost Bad Batch time, everybody. I'm excited for it. Are you guys excited for the Bad Batch tonight? Is everybody still enjoying that show, man? Because I'm enjoying it. I love me some Bad Batch. Alright, let's get into the lair. We got some stuff to talk about again. Don't we always, though? Let's get... What's up, guys? I hope you're having a great Thursday. And I hope the rest of the week and the weekend is very nice as well. I got some news today, hearing about some Agent Kallus stuff. I might be a day or two late on this, but I did hear about it a little bit, and now I want to talk about it with you guys. So there is a report by LRM. We've done some other stuff surrounding some of the stuff they've covered in the past, and I like their work. I think they're pretty reliable, and they're pretty good people over there. So let's get into the LRM article. Cool, it's working. All right. A Star Wars Rebels fan favorite will be in Kenobi, exclusive Barside Buzz. So it's about a 2-minute read, and it just came out 2 days ago. Yeah, so I'm a couple days late on this, but it says these past couple of days have been jam-packed with news about the upcoming Star Wars shows. We are confident to share that Agent Kallus will be in the highly anticipated Obi Wan Kenobi series. With this show taking place 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith, it would seem that Agent Kallus will be at the heights of his Imperial ranks. It makes sense to have the best Imperial agents hunting down Kenobi and other rebels. So I think this is awesome. If it is true, I'm excited for it, man. You guys know that I love Star Wars Rebels. I actually really like Agent Kallus. I think he's a cool character. A lot of people think like the whole Imperial officer turning into a spy or part of the rebellion is a little overplayed, and at times it definitely is. But I think Kallus is one of the best examples of a character with that archetype, and I like his character a lot. I like his progression in Rebels. I think he's a really cool character. I did some research on him before I started this stream, and on Wikipedia it has him listed as being born between, I think, 44 BBY and 35 BBY, which is a big gap. That's a 10-year gap that we don't have exact confirmation on how old he is. But is my music a little high still? Oh, there's no music in here. That's right. So if he was born 35 to 44 BBY, and this show takes place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, the setting of this Obi Wan Kenobi series is going to take place around 9 BBY, so 9 years before the Battle of Yavin, and that would make Kallus either 26 if he was born in 35 BBY, or 35 if he was born in 44 BBY. Now, honestly, the way that, I'll even scroll up here. Just look at Agent Kallus. Does he really look like he is 35 years old there? Probably. I don't think he would be 40, which is about the time. In Rebels, if he was born in 44 BBY, that would make him about 40 years old at this point. He looks closer to 35 to me, so I think if we're doing 5 years before, he's between 30 and probably 26. So I think he's closer to being born in 35 BBY. And that would make sense. If he's anywhere from 26 to 30 years old in the Kenobi show, he would probably be at the height of his Imperial ranks around then. He starts to descend through the ranks clearly throughout the Star Wars Rebels show. He is a pretty high up officer, but him not being able to take down the Phoenix Squadron kind of leads to some conflict for him and leads to him joining the rebellion. I like his character a lot, though. It goes on to say, Alexander Kallus, aka Agent Kallus, was introduced in the animated Star Wars Rebels show. He served as an agent of the Imperial Security Bureau, also known as the ISB, but would eventually become a rebel spy in the last season of the show. So yeah, just like I was saying, they're kind of just letting you in on the character if you don't know him, right? So it says, it will be interesting to see Kallus as an Imperial operative right before he goes to Lothal to stop the rebellious insurgency. It's possible we could see Kallus on Onderon, where he fought Saw Gerrera, or possibly his involvement in the genocide on Lasan, which is a big plot in Star Wars Rebels. So yeah, they're saying it's possible we see him fight Saw Gerrera, or deal with the genocide on Lasan. I don't think, honestly, that we'll see this in that show. I heard rumors that the Kenobi series is probably going to be around 6 episodes, and I think they're going to want to give us everything they have in these 6 episodes. I don't think we're going to see a lot of Kallus in terms of, seeing him on Lasan and taking out the Lasat people, or really fighting Saw Gerrera. I think the main focus of the show is going to be Kenobi, Darth Vader, and maybe the Inquisitors a little bit too. Of course, we're going to see Luke and Leia throughout the show. We've had rumors recently that Leia Organa has been cast as, the little girl that was in Bird Box. So I think, it'd be really cool if we see a glimpse or two of Agent Kallus and him, kind of working around the Inquisitors, or, the Grand Inquisitor. He does call the Grand Inquisitor when he has a Jedi problem in Star Wars Rebels. So it's very possible that he had prior engagements with the Inquisitors. What do you guys think, though? What do you think? How do you think he could show up? Because I don't really think we're going to see the genocide on Lasan or him fighting Saw Gerrera. I think they're going to spend a lot of time focused on the central characters, but it's very possible we see him. Obviously, we have confirmation or rumors that Sung Kang is going to be playing the fifth brother, and I do think that those are pretty reliable at this point. We've heard it from multiple sources, so I'm pretty sure that Sung Kang is playing the fifth brother. But yeah, I think it's going to be dope. I don't really think we're going to focus on Kallus too much in this show. I hope we don't, to be honest. Kallus is cool, but I hope we get an Inquisitor spin-off show out of this that involves Kallus more, and then we could see Kallus doing the genocide on Lasan, or maybe fighting Saw Gerrera, as, that'd be something that the Inquisitors and Agent Kallus would probably have to deal with. So yeah, it also says, make sure check in this Friday to our dedicated Star Wars podcast, The Cantina, as we have a big story for this week's episode. You can also check out host Kyle. Yeah, so they're just hyping up their other stuff. We'll get back into the lair, but there is supposed to be some sort of big news tomorrow. And I'm excited to hear what it is, man. I'm excited for the next 24 hours of Star Wars, as we're getting Bad Batch episode 13. We're getting big rumors, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with it, man. I'm definitely going to have a lot of fun with it. If you guys didn't know, we run watch parties every week for the Bad Batch, and I'm excited for tonight's watch party. So if you want to come by and hang with us, we're going to be starting around 11:45 Pacific Standard Time, right before the episode drops, and we're going to go through the episode and probably chat it up for an hour or hour and a half afterwards. I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited for tonight's episode. What are you guys thinking, though? Do you think Kallus will be in the episode or in the Kenobi show? My favorite Kallus line, says Keaton Haas, is, "I could be executed for treason. It's treason then." That was a funny line. I love the way he says treason too. Actually, the voice actor for Kallus is really dope. What up, Just Fernie? How you doing? What are we talking about in the chat though? Keaton Haas says, the Kallus arc was great. The episode where he and Zeb got stranded is one of my favorites. It's a really good episode, dude. I love the prologue, how the two of them, become really good friends, and he's welcomed as a member of the Lasat. So it's really cool to see Kallus's full story. I'm with you. What do you guys think, though? Kallus in the Kenobi show? It's rumored that Rupert Friend is going to be playing him. And originally I had thoughts that Rupert Friend could be playing the Grand Inquisitor, as, if he was bald, he'd have similar facial features. But who knows, man? It definitely is possible he could play Kallus, like a 26-year-old, 30-year-old Kallus as well. I think that fits. What do you guys think? Rupert Friend for Kallus in the Kenobi show? How are you, for Kusila? Good to see you here, man. How are you, Tim? What's up, Tim? My God. We're probably going to do a little bit of a shorter stream today, for this one at least. Of course, we're doing the Bad Batch episode 13 watch party later. But yeah, we're probably going to do a little bit of a shorter one. I might try and get in a nap. Probably going to be working on an episode 13 preview, so keep your eyes out for that. Hopefully I finish well before the time. 77% of you guys say we will see Kallus in the Kenobi Show for sure, man. And then there's 15% that say maybe and 8% that say no. So yeah, most of us are thinking Agent Kallus will be in it. Like I said, LRM is pretty reliable, so it's very, very possible we will see him. But who knows, man? We'll see, right? We shall see. Green Bear says all Ruperts should get an audition, I think. Yeah, man, to play Rupert. To play Kallus, for sure. Definitely need a Rupert playing Kallus. Keaton Haas says get in hyped for the episode. I might have to nap too. I hope my alarm works tonight. Keaton, I hope your alarm works too, man. I hope to see you there. It should be a real fun time, man. A real fun time. Tonight's episode is titled Infested. And, you know, of course, I'm on the train that Darth Vader could be at the end of the show. Although I think it might be a little far-fetched still. But we released a video today on how Darth Vader could tie into the Bad Batch. And the validity for it is getting more and more each day, you know. I definitely think a Kaminoan uprising is possible. I've seen a couple articles on how it could happen towards the end of the season. Of course, these are just, you know, speculation, no validity behind those articles. But it's cool to see other online sources kind of on the same train of thought as me, you know. So I definitely think because they used Darth Vader at the end of Clone Wars Season 7, that it's possible they use the same, you know, art and animation that they used for him in that to bring it into the Bad Batch. They've already done that with numerous characters like General Grievous, Obi Wan and Anakin. We even have seen Rex. We haven't seen Cody yet, which is another character I left out of my video. But yeah, we got the Martez sisters, the Bad Batch themselves. I mean, there's a list of characters that we got from Clone Wars Season 7 that we've already seen in the Bad Batch, and very few characters that we haven't seen carried over with the same animation. I hope he is in it, though. I think Boba is my pick for number one person I want to see in the Bad Batch, you know, towards the end of this season. And I'm really thinking there might be a season 2, you know. 4 episodes is not enough to wrap up the show that we have. The last episode could be about an hour or so in length, and if that is the case, maybe it's one season. And you know, there's rumors that, or you know, talks that this show is not performing quite that good, but it is animation, and I will remind people that animation has always done a little worse than live action. That's just the facts, especially with Star Wars. You know, Rebels, I'm sure didn't have a ton of viewers, but a lot of us definitely tuned in for Rebels, especially towards the beginning and end of the show. And, you know, for the special episodes like Twin Suns or the Malachor arc. So definitely animation's always suffered a little bit in a way. You know, Star Wars Santa was talking with Star Wars Meg today, that you know, he had that special stream, and happy birthday to you, Star Wars Santa. I hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good birthday. And congrats again on getting monetized. But him and Meg were talking about, you know, this decline in performance for Bad Batch, especially since the beginning of the show. And he's a little worried. And although I'm like, I guess, skeptical or a little worried myself, I don't think I'm as worried as him, just because, like I said, animation has never done extremely well. But I definitely am hoping that the two of us are bringing some hype for this show, because the two of us love the show. Star Wars Meg really likes this show too, and you know, there are definitely a group of really diehard fans that are loving it, and even a lot of other, you know, diehard fans that are just, you know, enjoying the show for what it is. At least I think these last 4 episodes are about to get wild, and I cannot wait for it. I'm pretty excited to see what happens tonight and the start of these last 4. I think especially the last 2 episodes, we're gonna get some wild stuff, man. I'm excited for it. Keaton Haas says, I think the finale could show up. One scene, cliffhanger for season 2. Now I'll clap for that depending on what the cliffhanger is and depending on how they pay it off. Yeah, we've had cliffhangers in Star Wars before. Doesn't always work out. I'm just playing. What up, Vito? How you doing, my guy? Glad you could make it. Yeah, I hope Green Bear had a good birthday the other day, too. Just Fernie says, I don't think he will, honestly. I want them to focus on possible side characters like Cody and Rex, which would be more impactful than Kallus. And if I had to choose, I'd rather see Inquisitors over Kallus. I don't think you'll have to choose. If we get Kallus, it's going to have a tie-in with the Inquisitors. But I'm with you. I'd rather spend more time with characters like Cody or Rex, or just more time in Clone Wars flashbacks in general, if that's how we're getting Cody and Rex. But I think it is very possible with Tamora kind of being away for 7 to 8 months shooting for the Book of Boba, you know, that we could see at least Commander Cody, or an older Commander Cody, in this show. You know, it's 9 years before the Battle of Yavin, so 4 years approximately before Rebels, and about 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. So 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, Cody is gonna look a bit older, around Tamora's age. So it would fit, man. It would be cool to see. What up, Stormy? How are you, my guy? I'm doing solid. I hit like a second wind in my work shift today and was just like, you know what? I'm having a decent time being alive. So I got a lot of work done today, and I'm excited to get lots of stuff done video wise and content wise too. I'm excited for tonight, man. But so is Rex, isn't he? Yeah, Rex would be too. I just don't see Rex fitting into the Kenobi show as much. I think we'll see an older Rex in the Ahsoka show whenever that comes out. But I think Kenobi and Commander Cody might have a bit of a tie-in together still, and that their story really hasn't concluded in a way. So I think it's definitely possible, like more possible, he would be playing Commander Cody, or he would be playing Cody and Rex in Clone Wars flashbacks, and I think that would be really, really cool to see. I see Hunter like Solid Snake, says Lord Vito. Yeah, I kind of see that too. I've heard Solid Snake, Rambo, and then my coworker actually showed me a picture of Charlie Sheen in these old like TV shows or something, and oh my God, Hunter looks exactly like Charlie Sheen with like a bandana and long hair. It's freaking weird. I swear to God, look up. I might even do it on the stream, but look up Charlie Sheen with like a bandana and long hair. I swear to God. Hold on, let's even see. I have to. It's hilarious. Where are the pictures? Ah, there's one. Hold on. There we go. Oh. Alright, that works. Here, let's try it. Nope. Oh, damn it. Alright, well that works. That's kind of whack. Oh, is it? Oh, you can see it now. Tell me that doesn't look exactly like Hunter. So, sorry for going off track. Tell me that's not Hunter. So I totally get the Snake vibes, the Rambo. Like I originally thought Rambo, but that looks exactly like freaking Hunter, bro. It's pretty freaking funny. I freaking love it. I had to give my coworker a round of applause for that one. That was pretty good. Hot Shot Part 2. Yeah. I think the Inquisitors are okay. I just don't like the helicopter lightsaber move. Yeah, Keaton, I kind of think we might not get that ever again. Nor should we. You know, that I think Dave was kind of like, yeah, it's a little ridiculous, and you know, that's how one of them malfunctions and dies because his saber stops working. Rambo was before Platoon, so I mean, they're all copying him. Yeah, I know. But he looks more like Charlie Sheen than Rambo, in my opinion. So who would win, Rex or Hunter? Rex. What the heck? I don't care. Just because I'm biased. Hunter, you mean Hunter? Oh yes, I do mean Hunter, Rika, and Omega. How are we feeling about Omega? I want to ask the everybody here. We'll put it into a poll. Omega. Is she whack? Is she dope? Or is she meh? Let me know in the chat. I'm gonna put the poll up. Here we go. Yeah, Jedi Mike says more likes, please. If you guys are enjoying this live stream, go ahead and smash the like button. We're kind of just chilling out today, right now at least. But it helps the channel a lot. So if you want to go ahead and smash the like button, it would definitely help a lot. Thank you guys. Also consider subscribing if you're having a good time. Definitely subscriptions help even more than likes. So if you haven't already and you're enjoying the content, go ahead and subscribe for more awesome Star Wars content just like this. We have a link to the Discord pinned into the chat and in the description below. So if you guys want a chance, we are doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers. We're going to give away each of the Bad Batch Funko Pops. So all 5 of the Bad Batch Funko Pops, not including Omega, but the main 5 Bad Batch members, we're going to be doing a giveaway. So if you want a chance to win one of those Funkos, go ahead and join the Discord and you will be entered in a chance to win. Thank you guys. Liked and subscribed, my master, says Ferkuskala. Thank you, my lord. Thank you. Much appreciated. I like the yin-yang dynamic of Boba and Omega. Tommy Banana, thanks for pointing that out, because I like it a lot too. You know, they're kind of opposites. Although definitely, if you remember back in the Clone Wars during the Boba Fett arc, Boba Fett actually was very similar to how Omega is at this time. Obviously, Omega did not have to deal with her father dying, and she was never trained to become a bounty hunter. But you know, it could parallel very similarly to how the Bad Batch are training her and like father figures to her. And by the end of this show, they could all be dead, just like Jango Fett is. And then Omega could have a very similar life to Boba Fett. But yeah, I totally get you on that yin yang thing. You know, Boba Fett is like deals with all this tragedy and, you know, starts to become a bounty hunter and wants revenge from a very young age. And then, you know, he does still have a piece of him, especially in those Clone Wars episodes where he's protective of the other clones in a way, or he just doesn't want to see them get hurt. And then in the unfinished Boba Fett Cad Bane arc, you know, he's trying to protect the innocents in that arc, and that's why he shoots Cad Bane in the face. So yeah, I totally get you on the yin yang, but I think they're more similar than we might think. Stormy says, loved your Darth Vader video, by the way. You have such great theories. Thanks, man. I definitely, this mind of mine is always running through theories with Star Wars, so that's part of why I wanted to make a YouTube channel. And, you know, Star Wars theory really inspired me to, you know, start to think about more Star Wars theories over the years. And I love coming up with them. I love connecting all the dots, you know, in a story of my own. Obviously, not all of my theories come true, but I think I do a pretty solid job on them. Or at least I do a pretty solid job of making them make sense. At Vader's Lair has the best sound quality. Gotta give Sheiv the Wise gotta get Sheiv the Wise for your stream today. I do have pretty solid sound equipment. I'm sure it doesn't always sound great, but I actually started off with podcasting and music. So yeah, my microphone is pretty legit. I have pretty good stuff outside of my computer. Michael Canali says, "Love you, Sheiv. Can you get Levi from All New Nerds on the stream? I saw your interview and loved it." Dude, I would love to have Levi on. So I'm currently in the process of finding a way to get people onto the streams in a more productive and visually pleasing way. I don't know. So you watched that interview. I don't know if you noticed, but with StreamYard, I can't really crop my green screen and everything properly, so my background looks all whack. But once I figure out how to do that stuff without it looking crazy, we're definitely going to be inviting a lot more people on. Are you saying Sheiv would slowly turn to the dark side? How do you know Sheev's not already on the dark side? They call me Sheiv for a reason. Hey man, it's better than my Blue Yeti. I have a Yeti too. I like the Yetis. They're solid. But actually it might be over here. I actually started off with the Yeti, my first time ever recording music, and I like Yetis a lot, but definitely this is a pretty legit condenser microphone, I'll tell you that much. We're getting way off topic now, but we're just chilling out. Thanks for the compliments, by the way, Stormy. Much love, bro. Record Funko Pop, hell yeah. That's true, and Boba did change a lot from that point. Nature and nurture type of deal, says Tommy Banana. Totally, bro. Totally, bro. I like where your head's at with that. Aaron Timoto, is that how you say it? I'm somewhere between dope and meh at this point. Good character development so far. Omega's just hasn't stolen my heart at this point. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna see some pretty tragic stuff with Omega towards this last arc of the season, these last 4 episodes. If there's multiple seasons, maybe it won't happen yet, but I think her character is gonna have to go through some stuff, and that we're probably gonna get her in live action. And I think honestly, so 68% of you guys right now are saying she's dope, 5% of you say Omega is whack, and the rest of you, 25%, say meh. And I think that's kind of where the fandom is sitting. I've seen a lot of people enjoying the Omega character, enjoying the Bad Batch. There is a decent group of people that are like, it's whatever. And then there's like a small portion of people that are like, this freaking show sucks, I'm not watching it. So I get it, and Omega is kind of the main emphasis of this show, so I definitely see that in this poll. And I kind of agree with you guys. I think she's dope. I actually really like the Omega character. The first video I ever made on this channel was about Omega, and I've just been very intrigued with her ever since we saw her in the first trailer. I knew instantly that she was a clone just by the fact that she was on Camino. And everyone, had speculation here or there saying she was a Palpatine, she's this or that, she could be Rey's grandma. But I definitely, kind of right away knew, especially with her Kiwi accent, that's a Jango clone, and she's a girl. But yeah, I was very curious with her character, and then we get confirmation that she's, Star Wars Santa really came up with this idea that she could be an unaltered version of Jango Fett that is a female, and she possibly could have heightened perception. And for the most part, I agreed with him and kind of worked with him on that theory together in a way. He came up with the bulk of it. I won't lie, but definitely I'm on the same track as him, and I have been since the beginning. I think it's more she has a very bright strategic mind more than anything we've seen. So I love this character so far. I really like Omega. I'm excited to potentially see her in the future. I think we could see her in a lot of future projects like Book of Boba, maybe Mando 3 even. We could see her in a new animated show that comes out down the line. We could even see her in the Ahsoka show. She could tie into a lot. Mark Hamilton says, Star Wars Meg today, speculating Omega could be in Mando a year. Oh, yeah, dude. So I definitely watched that, Mark Hamilton. And I think, at first, my first thoughts was like, maybe my Omega is the armor theory could be true. I was sharing it out. I thought it was really cool, that she had, heard this from one of her sources. And, there's supposed to be this big battle. These are rumors. There's supposed to be this big battle between like 30 Mandalorians and Boba Fett. And apparently he's supposed to be fighting them. That's pretty wild to me, and the fact that Boba Fett can hold his own, it just proves he's the baddest dude in the galaxy, man. So I definitely think, Omega could tie into that. She could be, a Mandalorian later on. Another thing Star Wars Santa and I have been speculating on is that white Mandalorian helmet, especially me. I went hard into that. I thought it could be Boba Fett's, and I did believe there's a possibility it could become Omega's, and Santa's been on that train for a long time. So Jango's ability to kill Jedi. What up, Ashton? Welcome back after the death of your phone. I'm charging mine right now too. Mark Hamilton says, get on the white Boba prototype. Yeah, go spam Meg's comments. Tell her about the white prototype helmet. Let her know. I'm surprised. Dang, I should have told Santa to let her know. Vito said, for example, if Hunter is basically Rambo, shouldn't he be able to beat Jango one-on-one? Well, he is enhanced, so you would think he would be better than him, right? But who knows, man? Good question. Jango was the baddest in the galaxy at one point. He was a better bounty hunter than even Cad Bane, apparently. Although Cad Bane goes toe-to-toe with Jedi and, gives him the works, whereas the first time we see Jango go toe-to-toe with a Jedi, he gets his head cut off. There's a little Cad Bane love for Star Wars Santa there. It's his birthday, so we'll be nice to Cad Bane today. Jabba comic might get Boba lovers a bit triggered. Uh-oh. The War of the Bounty Hunter comment? The War of the Bounty Hunters. Uh-oh. Except Mace. Yeah, exactly. That's not the first time. Heck nah. Ashton says, no way any clones could beat Jango. I refuse to believe it. I think they're all inferior, enhanced or not. You know what? Actually, you're right. Keaton Haas says that's not the first time. You're right, because he fought Kenobi too. They both fought Kenobi, and they both kind of gave him the works. So I guess fighting Mace is just a little bit different, huh? All the comics, says Keaton. Uh-oh. Really? Because I've been enjoying them so far. You might be right, though. I've never been a Boba Fett, purist or big fan of Boba or anything. I do really like Boba's character in The Mandalorian, though. Vito says, Wrecker has super strength but lacks strategy, so Wrecker and Omega tag team is amazing. Yeah, dude, I think together those two characters work really well. I love the dynamic between them. Mando Mike says Jango was in the Mandalorian Wars. I don't know if he was canonically, but it's possible he was. Maybe even they hint to something, but I think if anything, Jango's father figure, what's his name? Can't think of his name right now, but I think Jango's father figure, who was Mandalore, could have been in the Mandalorian Wars. Maybe they both were, though. Ashton says Jango fought 10 Jedi at once and killed 9 of them. Hunter would get wrecked by 1. Yeah, he would, for sure. Hunter's not as smart as Jango, I think, either, but Jango, and I think part of Hunter's a weakness, I guess, is being that big and built. We see it in all sorts of other media. Generally, you're a little bit slower, and I think that's how Fennec Shan was able to get the upper hand on him and swiftly take him out. Tommy Banana says, I need Tech and Echo to do more stuff. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Echo needs a lot more screen time in particular. I think Tech has gotten his fair share here and there, and he's almost like a comic relief character at times. But yeah, I want to see more of both of those characters. I agree. Stormy says, will we see Ahsoka? Are you talking about in the Bad Batch? That's an excellent question. Not this season, most likely. Ahsoka goes kind of MIA in the Ahsoka novel for about a year after Revenge of the Sith and after, the Siege of Mandalore. So I don't think we'll see her for a bit, but I did see something on Twitter the other day that reminded me. So the episode with the Martez sisters where they get that tactical droid head, we see that tactical droid head again in Rebels when Ahsoka has that tactical head in Rebels. So it's pretty cool to see that tie-in and crossover. Just Fernie says, do you think young Boba and Omega are going to be cool with each other or hate each other? I think young Boba won't like her. What do you think? Depends, man. It depends how they meet. Good question, though. If let's say that just for the case of speculation, let's say that there is a Kaminoan uprising, and for whatever reason, Boba Fett is hired by the Kaminoans to get Omega, or he's hired by the Empire to help take down the clones. Something. Let's just say Boba Fett somehow gets tied into this, and he meets her as an enemy. I think at first they're definitely gonna clash heads, probably. But if Tech or the Bad Batch, got to him, or he realized she was a Jango Fett clone, he might take a second, like, what the heck kind of thing, especially because she's a female. And Boba Fett around this age, like I said, in the Clone Wars, he was sort of like empathetic to young people that couldn't protect themselves, and to the other clones, defenseless citizens. So maybe he would take an interest in her, and I don't know if they would. I would hope that they would kind of gel together, being very almost identical copies of each other, just one's female and maybe has an enhancement. So it would be really cool, but I think I would hope that they don't butt heads, if you catch my drift. Jedi Mike says, will Crosshair come back to the Bad Batch gang in this season or the next? I think Crosshair's arc will probably have to conclude this season, but it's possible it could last throughout the entirety of the show, however many seasons we get. Sorry, I know you asked me a couple times, Jedi Mike. There's a lot of questions to get to. Ashen says, I even think Boba is superior to all other clones, enhanced or not. He'd get overpowered by Wrecker, but he would easily outsmart him, just like Fennec did. Yeah, I agree, except... My bad, Mike. Except for maybe Omega. I think Omega is the one clone with more potential, possibly, than even Boba Fett. And that's probably why the Kaminoans are sending bounty hunters after her. Just Fernie says, that's what I was thinking, Mark Hamilton. What did Mark Hamilton say? Young Boba won't like her to start with, but she'll win him over. That's what I'm kind of guessing. I think he'll be either sent to kill her or sent to bring her in, and he's going to realize at some point that's a sister in a way. Not bad. I'm catching back up. How did she get her white sabers? They say she purified crystals from Inquisitor, says Vito. You're talking about Ahsoka? Yes. From what we know, I think it's in the book, and I have to read it. I have it sitting right here, but I gotta read it still. I'm pretty sure that is the case, that she fought some Inquisitors and took the Kyber crystals out of them and purified the process to bleed them. Ahsoka book is fire, says Jedi Mike. For sure, dude. I'm gonna start it probably soon, because I do think it's gonna stay canon. Keaton Haas says, we're either getting Boba, Vader, Cad Bane, or Fennec Shand before the end of the season. At least one. I definitely think Cad Bane and Fennec Shand will likely show up again. I think even Rex. It's crazy how much stuff they have to tie up in the next 4 episodes if this is going to be the only season. And even then, like, you should tie up most things in that first season, that we get. But, like Rebels, I'm sure a lot of the stuff is going to get tied in down the line. We might see that in the Ahsoka show. I hope so, says Keaton Haas. I don't know if we will, but it's very possible. It's very possible. Kylo Ren says they might change the Kaminoan uprising in Bad Batch. Yeah, well, the Kaminoan uprising is technically not canon yet. So they're going to adapt it from Legends and tell their own version of it. But I think it could be even cooler. How long do you think the Bad Batch lasts until they all die? This is a fourth wall break. Green Bear, I think not super long. Probably going to die within the next 5 years, most likely. I think. At least most of them. No, Fernie, no! What did Fernie say? What would you do if they killed off all the Bad Batch and stopped the show after one season, then made a spin-off again? LOL. About the Martez sisters. No! Well, the Martez sisters better have freaking Ahsoka in it. If that's the case. But no, don't do it. Please. Please, don't. I'm too weak. The fandom is too weak. We won't be able to handle it. Just Fernie. Didn't say that's what I wanted. Stormy says, I mean, Rex and Cad Bane doesn't necessarily have to come back. Rex was more of a cameo, and while Cad Bane failed his mission. I would normally agree with you, but Cad Bane strikes me as the type to want to finish the job. Especially from what we've seen in Clone Wars. And in terms of what else did you say? Rex did say, if you ever need me, like, let me know, or maybe it was Hunter kind of thing. But the way that they left off their encounter of each other, I think it's almost necessary that Rex shows back up in some sort of way in either season 2 of the Bad Batch, or later down the line, or at the end of this season. Ashton says, the Bad Batch have been struggling on doing the right thing or staying alive, so I think eventually they'll all sacrifice themselves for the greater good, whatever that may be. Yeah, dude, I definitely am on a similar train of thought as you. Keen Haas says, the fandom is strong with you. You talking to Lord Vito? Yeah. Ashton says, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Cad Bane tonight. He's not going to give up on that after being beaten. No, I don't think so. The episode title for tonight is Infested. And I will say, I talked about it a lot in my preview video that I'm going to be working on pretty soon. I don't have a lot of time to work on it, but I'll try and finish it up. I already recorded it, so we'll see. We'll see if I get that out. But yeah, I talk about how Infested could mean multiple things, like all the other episodes have kind of. 69% of you guys say she's dope. That's pretty dope. But yeah, Infested could have multiple meanings, and now I'm starting to lean that Infested could be the infestation of Ord Mantell. Watching Star Wars Santa's stream this morning, his midday stream, before his mega stream, he was talking about how on Ord Mantell potentially, the last time we saw Ord Mantell, one of the last Bad Batch episodes we got before this Ryloth arc, Omega was doing that whole gambling thing with Sid, and she created a lot of attention for them, although she also got them out of debt with Sid. So it's possible that with all that attention, the Empire could come to Ord Mantell and overrun it or infest it. That's right. Episode 13 of the Bad Batch, Infested, could be Ord Mantell getting infested by the Empire. Originally, I was thinking something along the lines of clones with chips not working or, slowly failing, infesting the Empire, or stormtroopers infesting the Empire. And now I'm starting to think it's Ord Mantell. I gotta hit up Santa and let him know that I want to change all my predictions. If you guys haven't already, go check out Star Wars Santa's Discord. He does predictions every week for the Bad Batch episodes, and they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun trying to beat him. Happy birthday to Star Wars Santa! Heck yeah, he's here. What's up, Star Wars Santa? What's up, dude? Happy birthday, man. Stream before dark. Awesome. Yeah, I figured no one else was kind of streaming right now a lot from what I saw, so I was like, oh, I'll sneak in the stream real quick to prepare everybody and talk about that Kallus news. Oh shoot, just got home from an awesome dinner with family. Mexican dinner. Ooh, Mexican food is Sheiv's favorite. There is nothing Sheiv loves more than a big burrito. Straight up, I love burritos. That's a magnificent point, Tim. What did Tim say? Most of the time, it's just haters being louder than the majority. Yeah, that's usually how haters work, man. The majority is silently pleased, and you know, I've seen a lot of pleas around the Bad Batch, but I totally get what you guys are saying. Mark Hamilton says blurg burritos. Why does that sound delicious? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could literally put anything in a burrito and it would probably be good. Tacos. Yeah, I love tacos too, but something about a burrito, man. Having it all rolled up. Actually, my first job was working at Taco Bell, so I know how to roll a good burrito, man. Alright, this stream is getting way off the rails. We've been going how long? 48 minutes! Wow! That was a fast 48 minutes. Ronto roasters are good, dude. Yeah, over at Batu at Galaxy's Edge, they have these things called Ronto wraps that are pretty good. I'll probably get blurred burritos before I get a TBC blur. Santa, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Kev says that burritos are so good, aren't they though? Yeah, a blurred burrito just sounds amazing. Any type of Star Wars burrito. What is my favorite stuff in a burrito? Oh gosh. This is just a fun stream at this point. My favorite burrito would either be steak. I love steak, chicken, and shrimp burritos in particular. Depends on where you go. I'm gonna totally butcher this because I'm the whitest dude ever. But birria or birria in a burrito with some consomme. Some of the best burritos ever. There you go. I'm not doing a top 5. Oh, you're making a quesadilla right now with jalapeno, sausage, and bacon, says Keaton Haas. Do you have egg in there? No, not in a quesadilla. That sounds delicious, though. That actually sounds delicious, Keaton Haas. Enjoy. The breakfast Ronto wrap is the best. There's a breakfast one? What the heck? I had one that was like chicken and like a hot dog, I think. It was good, though. It was good. Burrito tacos, so good. Yeah, they're freaking amazing. But I'm not even gonna try. Should I check Twitter, see if any of the Bad Batch creators said anything today? Yeah, I have a lot of videos that I've had ideas of making, and I haven't told you guys yet, but the first week of August, so the 31st or 30th of July, I'm going out of town for a week, which might make the content suffer, might make the algo hate me, but I'm going out of town for a week. I'm not gonna have much cell service. Kind of sucks because I think it is. Well, that's next week. No way. I'm gonna be out of town for the Project War Mantle episode. Well, that sucks. I come back probably the Monday after that episode, or that I probably come back that weekend. But yeah, that's gonna suck, man. I'm so excited for the War Mantle episode. Oh, Connor Brothers posted something. They said finally got to use this not so subtle guitar and a subtle cue in tomorrow's Bad Batch. Yes, it's an Angelian guitar. We are huge nerds. All right, hold on. I'm gonna bring this over. We got one more thing to talk about before we get out of here. Let's go here. Cool. Is it working? All right. So let's get into this Twitter. The Kiner brothers say, finally got this not so subtle guitar on a subtle cue in tomorrow's Bad Batch. Yes, it's an Evangelion guitar. We are huge nerds. This is really cool. I wonder what that guitar is going to be used for in the episode. It's a standalone episode tomorrow. Ooh! Alright. So the Kiner brothers say that this is going to be a standalone episode. So I don't know if this one is going to... Star Wars Santa, we might need to adjust our predictions. So I'm thinking at this point, if tonight's episode is a standalone episode, it's possible that Crosshair was sent to look, go find them at the last during the last episode. Even though he had that like weird looking on his face, and I think it is extremely possible that Ord Mantell could be what is infested tonight. We could see the Empire overrunning Ord Mantell after Omega made a little bit of noise while she was gambling with Sid, and they created a lot of attention. So the Empire might be sent. Excuse me. Wow. The Empire might be sent to Ord Mantell, and we could end up seeing Crosshair being either rescued by the Bad Batch or going to get the Bad Batch, and somehow something could happen to where next week's episode, Project War Mantle could be put in full effect. With what we saw last week with Hauser and how he was kind of defying the chip and not listening to orders. He stood up for the clones, and a small group was kind of with him and, dropped their weapons, and, they weren't in agreement that what they were doing was right anymore. And, I think Crosshair, it could be possible that Hauser and his group just never got the order. And that's why his group of clones is more defiant than all the other clones that we've seen other than the Bad Batch and, a handful of others. Not even really a handful. The only clones we've seen defy are those clones that were on Ryloth, probably before, because the other clones came with Crosshair. And then we've seen the Bad Batch and Rex, which Rex couldn't even fully defy the clone until Ahsoka did a procedure to take out his chip. So it's very possible that the only group of clones right now that was defiant was that Ryloth group that maybe never got the order. And then we could see, just Crosshair defying and, them rescuing him and taking out the chip. Potentially, I don't know if that will actually happen. All speculation, but I think it could, and that could make Rampart want to kick Project War Mantle into full gear, thinking that the clones are all going to defy the Empire at some point. And that could be where the last two episodes could be a Kaminoan clone uprising, where we could see the clones trying to rebel against the Empire, and the Empire sending either Inquisitors or Darth Vader himself to take out the clones and take out the Kaminoans. What do you guys think? Glad I went over to Twitter. This is pretty interesting stuff, man. We'll head back into the lair. Check the chat and get on out of here. What do you guys think? The Star Wars Santa says, "Gah! My predictions are for Camino." Yeah, I think mine were too, but we definitely got to change. I think I might have to put in another one, Santa. A legal one too. This isn't gonna, it's not Cheater's Lair today, okay? I promise. There is no filler in Star Wars, says Jedi Mike. Nah. Percuscula says, "Man, I'm glad I didn't do my predictions yet." Yeah. Stand-alone episode smells of Adventure of the Week before the final arc. No! You know what? With that, guitar thing, I think there's going to be some sort of theme in this with that guitar that is quite important. And I'm hoping it has something to do with Crosshair or something, man. You think the end of the season cliffhanger with Vader and Inquisitors showing up on Camino to face off the clones? Wait, a whole year for the battle? Boy, that would suck. No, Mark Hamilton. I think Project War Mantle could be them starting to put in effect the stormtroopers into the Empire. And then the last two episodes after that, the first episode of episode 15 could set up Vader being there at the end of the episode, and then episode 16 could have the finale of the show could have Vader killing off most of the clones and the Kaminoans. That's what I think. How's Mustafar doing for your health, bro? Are you talking about just streaming or Mustafar in general? Because it has been hot as hell on the planet of Tython / Mustafar, which is where Sheiv lives. So I guess the heat has not been doing great for my health. Right now, it's not too bad in here. I don't even have the other light on me directly or on my green screen directly because I have actual light since I'm doing a stream at a reasonable time. Mustafar gives you hot flashes? Yeah. For Kuzcola says they need to bring back the main arc sooner than later, but if it's a standalone, I don't know. I'm kind of lost now. Just because it's a standalone doesn't mean it's not part of the main arc. You know, there have been other standalone, like the first episode was a standalone, even though it was kind of like 3 episodes. That was a standalone episode. And in a way, I think this could be a standalone episode that just sets us up for the end, but not in a way that feels fillery, if you get me. I think, like I said, it's possible we get the conclusion to Sid and, you know, them working with her in this episode. Ord Mantell could be overrun by the Empire, and I think it's gonna lead into Project Worm. Like, it's not gonna be a 2-part, you know, arc, these 2 episodes, but what the ramifications of this episode could be felt in the next episode, kind of like how I think, you know, what happened with Hauser in the last episode is gonna maybe affect what happens leading into this episode into the next one. Even though it's not one arc, you know, where all these episodes tie in together, the things that happen, you know, affect the larger story. That's why I say there's no filler, because something that happens in a filler episode still affects the rest of the series, you know. The whale episode in Rebels, per se. Here we go. This is a great example. The whale episode in Rebels, where they first see the whales, and Ezra, you know, takes the chance that they want the gas gone or whatever from the mining company, and then, you know, we don't see the whales at all again, and you kind of feel like, well, that was kind of a fillery episode, you know, because they needed fuel or whatever. But those whales are extremely important to the end of Star Wars Rebels. If you've seen all of them, you know what the heck happens, and you know that episode is much more than a filler episode. And we see the hints of, you know, Ezra's tie to creatures throughout the entire series, but especially in that episode. And that's like his deepest connection, other than with the wolves and the Lothcats and whatnot, is with those whales, space whales, the Purgle. Heat, lol. I live in Miami in summer. Yeah, Ari Kallus, I'm sure, man. It is summer in Cali, and it has been more humid than it's probably ever been. My dad was just traveling the freaking United States. I was like, it's so humid. He's like, it's not as bad as the Midwest. And I was like, I highly doubt that it is, my God. Yeah, totally. That's why I'm not worried about this show at all. It's going to be cool. Yeah, for Kuzcola, I'm in the same boat as you. I haven't been worried about this show at all. I've been sitting back, enjoying the ride, and watching the haters hate, man. It's been great. It's been great. Well, I think we've been going about an hour, to be honest. Yeah, just past an hour. I think I might get a nap and try and work on that video. I know we did a solid preview in this one, and my video is kind of outdated now, so maybe I won't even do it, but I already have the recording. I might as well put it out. What do you guys think? Should I, before we get out of here, should I do that video? Should I upload a preview, or are you happy with this? Should I upload a preview video? Let me know. Video for sure, says Jedi Mike. You out it, but I'll watch. Thank you. Yeah, as long as you guys watch it, man. I'll definitely work on that and try and get it out. I live and sweat here 24/7. Yeah, dude, you have no idea, man. I live and sweat in the opposite side of the states, doing the same exact thing, man. Look at me. I'm sweaty as it is. I'm not as sweaty as I normally am, but I guarantee you tonight I'm gonna be sweating up a storm. Guarantee you. Again, I want to remind any newer viewers that actually stayed for this whole thing. We're going to be doing a Bad Batch watch party for episode 13 of the Bad Batch. 2 nights. We're going to start around 11:45 Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you get those time zones checked up and linked up with that. I think that would be 2:45 Eastern. Yeah. And then, so come by for that. We're going to be talking about an hour to an hour and a half after the episode. We're going to be chatting up what I thought about it. We're going to be doing my reaction, the ramifications of what it could lead into for War Mantle next week. And then yeah, maybe I'll if I'm still awake at that point, maybe I'll work on a video or something. We'll see. Hopefully get a good nap in. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to smash the like button for me. It helps the channel a lot. And you know, if you did enjoy it, go ahead and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And then yeah, if you want a chance to win one of the 5 Bad Batch Funko Pops, we're going to be doing a giveaway on our Discord at 500 subs to the YouTube channel. So definitely make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you join the Discord. It is in the link in the description and the link in the chat, pinned to the chat right now. Make sure you click on those to join the Discord and have a chance of winning one of those 5 Bad Batch Funko Pops. Gonna need that wrecker, homie. You know who I think I've said it before, but the crosshair one actually looks sick. I like this one maybe the most, and the crosshair might be one of my least favorite members of the Bad Batch, but I think that one's dope. I like that one a lot. You know, at some point we might do future giveaways. You know, if people have one of the things that one of the Bad Batch Funkos and they end up winning, we could give away characters like Ahsoka from Clone Wars. We have a few other things that we could give away in the future, and definitely when we hit 1K subs, stay tuned, because we're gonna have a big party, and a big party in the lair. You know, we're gonna have a castle party, and we're gonna do some big giveaways for it, man. We're gonna have a good time. I know when. It's rigged, says Agent Kallus. Well, there's not that many people in the Discord yet. You might have a chance. Give me Ahsoka instead. Alright, dude. Well, we'll talk about it if you win. Ahsoka fire. Yes. Alright. I think, what did you guys say about this? 62% of you guys say I should upload a video. Uh-oh. Alright, well, I should get out of here then. 67% now. Jeez. 62 again. Alright. I should get out of here. We're definitely going to have a castle party at 1K subs. Again, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and smash the like button for me. And subscribe for more awesome Star Wars content just like this. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. And I hope to see you later in the watch party. Much love to the Simpire. Much love to the homies. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Alright, I had to hold it in for the entire dang freaking video. Give me some Boba Fett in the Bad Batch. Give me some Daniel Logan as Boba Fett in the Bad Batch in particular, and the Book of Boba while you're at it. And gosh darn it, I want to see Cad Bane die by the hands of Boba, so that Star Wars Santa is going to have to do his next celebrity stream in the lair. Much love, y'all. I hope you have a great night. And again, I hope to see you guys at the watch party later. 11:45, be there or be square. Much love.